I want to ask y'all, what are you struggling with most as a content creator or as a freelancer? And do you feel VidSummit was able to help you with that struggle in some way? And if so, like how was the summit able to help you? But people want me to share my epiphany moment because in my newsletter I've kind of been teasing it. So here I'm going to go into it, but it's going to be kind of brief. So long story short, I actually almost didn't end up going to VidSummit this year, and it's because Gregory knows a little more about this because we talked offline. But I recently, as of like maybe a few, like 2 weeks before VidSummit, one of my friends invited me to a private real estate event. And what ended up happening from that, I ended up getting involved in the RIA. That stands for Real Estate Investment Association here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. And it costs a pretty penny to get in there because you have access to investment deals, not just single family, but multi-family deals, and as well as a network of investors that can fund your real estate projects, provided you can provide the numbers and find the deals, etc. And you can just look at Gregory's face to determine, like, okay, it was a lot of money. I'm not going to say it here, but I got involved in that, and it's been working out great. But I did that, and essentially, I hadn't got my ticket yet, and now I started kind of freaking out because it's like 2 weeks away. Like, oh gosh, well, like I don't have the money for it anymore. Like, what am I going to do? And then I had to kind of slap myself, like, Elijah, you're the king of side hustles. You're not a freaking employee. Act like it. And out from inside of me, the younger Elijah did. Y'all don't know me when I'm not speaking like some old man. Mid 20s Elijah is different from me now, and I'm 33. I was heavy into hustling. I was heavy into sales. I was just very aggressive with it. I was doing MMA at the time. And from that spat in my mid 20s, I launched the Veggie Outers, grew it into where there's 10, 15, 20 people at a single meetup. I wrote The Anatomy of Financial Success. And I started my first YouTube channel, which this on the side of society. And it's like that person that was dormant came back because he had to. And I immediately started thinking, okay, how can I make this money fast? So I contacted some of my old clients as a video editor, like, hey, I'm just being honest, there's a summit I really need to go to. Is there any work that you need done? And if there's no work you need done now, let's say you need work done next month, could you pay me now? And whenever it's ready, I'll have it done within 24 to 48 hours, no charge for like a fast rate. And my clients ended up coming through with that. So I was able to go ahead and get a Bit Summit ticket. But I was feeling so just energized. I really felt like I was in my mid 20s again, and that's why I showed up like with my beard shaven because I used to have a shaven beard. My facial hair used to be shaven. It used to have locks. I was really feeling like that energy. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and ride this. And when I went to a Bit Summit, normally I'm a sociable person anyway, but I will say it was kind of on steroids for this one because I could not turn it off. And my epiphany moment was the reason that came back is because I had a reason to be hungry. I got complacent. Success can make you complacent, and that's why it's very important to always reevaluate your goals. Get into circles that kind of force you to expand your worldview so you can keep at least some of that hunger because that's what's going to really motivate you to get out there, make the relationships happen, make the money, etc. That was my epiphany moment. I didn't realize I slowly lost that throughout the years because to some degree I have become successful. So that's my epiphany moment. Take from that what y'all will, folks. Let's start with you, Joe.
Struggling. Um, for the first time since I started my channel, I would say there's no struggle. I already know what content I'm going to make. I already know how it's going to perform based on whatever topic I have. I'm almost never surprised as far as what is going to do well and what's not going to do well. So when I do the stuff that's not going to do well, that just tends to be stuff that I'm just kind of trying to help a smaller niche of people. So I don't care how well it does because the product review stuff drives the channel. So my entire focus of coming to Vid Summit was almost entirely number one, hang out with a couple of people that like you and a few other people, and Gregory and Nick and Nate since he showed up, uh, and also trying to bring up other creators because I felt like the difference between last year and this year for me was last year was kind of like I was a little bit discombobulated and I was just kind of a little bit overwhelmed with stuff. This time I came in with focus. And that started even before VidSummit started. I put together a meetup group, which was just basically me explaining every single thing that I did to become full time in 4 years, along with advice that had been given to me over the years that turned out to be not such great advice, and then other advice that I discounted that I should have leaned more into. And I had 31 people show up to that meetup. And a couple of them were people that you would think, if you look at them online, that they wouldn't have needed help. But they were people with millions of views on TikTok or whatever. But they're trying to break out into YouTube because that's where the money actually is to be full time. And they
Hmm.
just weren't able to do it. So it was a very, very humbling experience. I mean, I can't tell you for people that watch your podcast that have not been to Vid Summit that are into any kind of content creation, this isn't something you can miss. This isn't optional. This is you must go. If you want to be successful, you must go. All right?
Nicely put. Plus, I remember during the summit, you mentioned that the company that can really work on finding you brand deals and taking over that whole part of, I'll say, your creator business for you. You thought like, I might actually try this out. So at the very least, you still, even though it sounds like you showed up and you were able to give a lot of value, and you
Yes.
wanted to hang out and meet other creators. But it sounds like you might have ended up bumping into a company that could handle that part of the business. That, based on what we talked about, and I'm the same way. You don't want to be over here negotiating deals with sponsors all day and emailing
Mm-hmm.
them and going back and forth and all that stuff. You want to be actually making content, so they might be able to just take that responsibility off for you, and you can be
Right.
making them some more money.
Well, remember, I had that brand deal that fell right in my lap.
Right.
It was standing there, and they just those people with those little ovens. I mean, that is actually arriving on Monday, along with just a buttload of food for it too. And I mean,
I'm sure you won't
I
mind
don't
that.
normally do that type of stuff, but it was something that I already knew it was going to do well. So, I'll take the ad revenue and the affiliate income on it and just roll with it.
Nice. So Bronco, I know you're a pretty established video editor. You have a team and whatnot. But do you feel, is there anything you've been struggling with in your business? Do you feel like BitSummit was able to contribute to alleviating that struggle in some form? Because since you're kind of like a stand-in for the freelancer that comes to BitSummit too. Because there's plenty of people with services to offer that can benefit greatly from going to BitSummit too, including getting clients, etc.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I came in with the singular focus of expanding my network of people that I know as creators. And I quickly realized, you know, there was a lot of other stuff I wanted to do too at Vid Summit, but like that was priority number one. So I kind of put all that to the side and said, that's less of a priority. I just want to network and meet people. And I mean, I have to say, it was like a resounding success. I mean, I met so many people, and I really leveraged that Hoova app, like on the Sunday before Vid Summit, like because I kind of going back to that, like I got the email from Vid Summit or whatever from Daryl about the Hoova app, and then also that like Gabi app, and I didn't know anything about that stuff, but that was like that AI kind of like, answer the questionnaire, like what do you do, try to be as specific as possible. So I filled that out. What are you looking for? And it matched me with people that were sort of looking for people like me to help them out. So right away, it was like it was breaking the ice with, oh, like I'm already matched with somebody. I haven't even shown up, and I'm messaging them, and I'm just like, hey, like the Gabi app like matched us up together. Like I'd love to say hi and whatever. And some of it wasn't like anything to do with really just like a lead, but it was establishing a relationship and breaking the ice, and actually kind of I mean, I am definitely a split as far as I'm an introvert normally, but I used to be a performer, so I have a switch that I turn on. So when I need to be on, I'm on. But I have to say that app helped me turn on the switch, because I didn't know a single person over there, pretty much. I did know some people, but I didn't even know that they were there until later. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like I bet they're here. And then I would run into them, and it was amazing, because it was actually the first time I would meet these people in person. Because I've almost actually all my clients, with the exception of one, I've never met anybody in person. So this was such an amazing experience, because I met so many people in person. And you don't, touching on what you said before, I think it's so important, because you get a sense of somebody's personality when you're present with them, and it doesn't come through if you're just doing like a video conference. And so that was the biggest goal that I had, was to meet people. And not only did I make like a whole bunch of like potential business leads, but I truly made friends. It's like, Elijah, we had lunch the third day, Yuli and I, and it was fantastic. Like it was so nice. I mean, I've never, it's funny. I mean, I haven't met any of you. I think I saw Gregory running around, because I saw Elijah say hi to Gregory, but it's like, I wouldn't have met you if I hadn't gone to Vidsummit and met Elijah. And now it's like, I've got however many people are on here. It's like, it's new people, and we all do the same thing. So it's like, it's so easy to become friends, because we all understand the same, challenges that we all face. And so I would say, like, I expected Vidsummit to provide that, and it exceeded my expectations of what I was hoping that it would be. So for me, like, Vidsummit is like I'll echo Joe's thoughts. It's mandatory. I think you have to go. If you're serious about creating, you got to go. And if you're in any space that is around content creation, whether it's directly creating content or providing a service, it's absolutely required.
And what's the name of that app? We know about Hoover, but the other one you mentioned, what's it called?
Gobby, like Gobby. And so that was part of the same, like, within the same email group. It said, sign up for Gobby. Do you want to do it? It's like an AI assistant that helps like match you with people. So all throughout Vidsummit, like every day it was
AI version of Business Cupid.
Oh yeah, maybe. I have no clue. I mean, this is my first time with all this stuff, so it's all new to me. But it was great. I mean, and it was, I have to say, it worked phenomenally well, because it matched me with people. Like, we had serious conversations. Like, it was not a joke. I was like, wow, I am getting put directly in touch with people. They really want to talk to me, and we would find time to meet, and we would go over serious conversations about, what do you need? What can I offer? And if it wasn't something that led to business, it was certainly something where it's just like, oh my gosh, well, I'm so glad to have met you anyway, because, it's somebody you can relate to, somebody you can understand. And it's just a long-term relationship already started. So.
Well, y'all heard it here. I didn't actually know about that app, so now I have something to try next year. But all these tools, that's why I do this, because people coming next year, you're gonna hear all this and be able to start off with all this stuff. You're not gonna be like me and like Matthew and like other people. We find out about it late into the conference, into the summit, and we couldn't utilize it fully. You're gonna know all this stuff right away. So that's beautiful. I appreciate you sharing that. Speaking of Matthew, so Matthew, what are you struggling with most as a creator right now, and how do you feel Vidsummit was able to help you address that need or that concern?
So I would say it mostly kind of like actually producing stuff, because it's like whenever, I don't know, it's like I kind of want to speed up my workflow. So it was very helpful in like seeing what ways AI could kind of help me, seeing different ways that I can actually grow and just be more productive. just it really helped me to get more focused, I would say.
Cool. Yeah, that's important because it kind of goes back to like what we talked about earlier. How like as content creators, it helps to have some structure, and it sounds like they were able to help you, add some structure to your endeavors to better get a result. Sup, y'all? Hopefully, y'all enjoying the content that y'all are watching right now. That content being YouTube or content creator related. With that being the case, I would be remiss if I didn't share the following with you. Many people wonder exactly how was it that I was able to establish 4 different YouTube channels, 2 of those channels being in the YouTube Partner Program, and one of them being a podcast channel that has different ways of making money. Now, I was able to do this in a large part because I'm a part of Awesome Creator Academy. Awesome Creator Academy is an academy focused on creative entrepreneurs that's run and founded by Roberto Blake. Now, they're not a sponsor of this video, but I am an affiliate of theirs, and I've known Roberto Blake for a few years now. When I first joined his Awesome Creator Academy back in 2019, I only had one channel, and that channel was known as the App Lifestyle at the time. Since then, I've renamed that channel to the Side Hustler Society. I started another channel called Financial Anatomy that's much, much bigger than the Side Hustler Society. The Side Hustler Society now has its own podcast that's significantly expanded my network and brought y'all value. And it even helped me start a YouTube channel based around a local meetup group that I have called The Veggie Outers, where we go to vegan restaurants and review them on a scale of 1 to 10. Being a part of Awesome Creator Academy helped me launch all this, and it significantly boosted the money I was able to make, not just from YouTube, but just from online businesses in general. I then took that money and then branched off into real estate locally, which allowed me to start making money with Airbnb and through real estate. All that has its foundations in me being a content creator, and that was significantly expanded because I'm part of Awesome Creator Academy. If you're serious about being a content creator and you want to maximize the most amount of money you can make with this new business of yours, I highly recommend that you check out Awesome Creator Academy. The link is going to be in the description and also the pinned comment. In the Academy, there are hundreds of hours worth of training in regards to pretty much anything that you'll need to know when it comes to the creator economy. Roberto also hosts live office hours twice a week to answer any kind of questions that you may have. So if you're serious about taking your content creation career to the next level, sign up for Awesome Creator Academy today. Roberto's been generous enough to give my community a 15% discount on your first purchase. So take advantage of that and sign up for Awesome Creator Academy today. With that being said, let's get back to the video. So Dilo, how about yourself? What do you feel like your struggle is right now, and how did Vidsummit help address that?
I guess my struggle would be because I edit all my clips myself, so that takes up a lot of time. Because with music, I also do gaming content, so going in, editing all of that, that takes forever. So going at VidSummit, I saw Opus clips, I saw a whole bunch of other editing software that would literally do it for me and improve my workflow. And they showed me how to use it. I saw Adobe. They said they have a free app now, so now you can edit on your phone, and that's been helping me a lot now. And without going to VidSummit, I probably would have just let that breeze past me, and I would still be editing all this stuff myself.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of, we take Opus clips for granted. I still remember before it existed, having to do all this editing of shorts yourself. Me personally, it's just me. I actually find editing a normal video or a long form video easier than editing a short, even though a short will take less time. For whatever reason, that's how it feels to me. So the fact that Opus Clips is there as a resource to be used, oh, that's just an awesome thing.
Yeah, he brought up all my clips that I even forgot about, and it repurposed it, and that like really amazed me. I'm like, yeah, this is something I need in my workflow, and that really helped me out.
Right, right. So Rebecca, what kind of struggle have you been dealing with as a creator, and how did VidSummit help you with that?
Well, I think like many other creators, one of my biggest struggles is kind of feeling discouraged with my channel. Like, how come my channel isn't doing better? Like, why aren't I a full-time streamer or content creator by now? And going to Vidsummit, I can guarantee you, if you go to Vidsummit, you will come away from Vidsummit being extremely motivated. Like, if you go to those talks, you talk to other creators, you will leave Vidsummit being like all in on your channel. Like, if you felt discouraged like I did, you're like, why is my channel doing better? You come out of Vidsummit, you are going to your channel and you are like spending tons of time like on your content, editing, posting, like you are so motivated. So Vidsummit really helps me to, one, feel better about my channel, that your channel is probably doing a lot better than you think. You're only seeing, the bad things. And then two, it's really just helps to motivate you. So generally my favorite speakers are the ones that go into how they started and their background, because I think when we look at channels with thousands or millions of subscribers, we just kind of assume that's where they started. Like, oh, they just started a channel and they all of a sudden just had thousands and millions of subscribers. Like, we don't see any of their failures. So one of the things that really helps me at VidSummit is when the speakers go over all their struggles and their failures before they got to where they are. And that really helps me put things into perspective.
Okay. The energy thing, it's kind of like we as content creators, like we're batteries, and the battery starts to run low, right? But we'll go to something like VidSummit, and it's just a charger, and we come out full battery, fully charged, and just we come out swinging, right? Okay. So, Asia, what struggle are you dealing with as a content creator, and how do you feel VidSummit helped you address that?
It was rebranding, like what I said earlier. It was
Okay.
I hear like there's like echo, but yeah, it was just rebranding. It was just certain audiences that I had, and I really wanted to attract more like women on my channel, attract more Black women, and yeah, it was the conversations I just had with individuals that helped me to like figure out, okay, if I like stick to certain types of videos, and even like like I'm a beautiful woman. I like as a woman, a beautiful woman, you should know like I know who I am and what I can attract and stuff. And so like when it comes to having a male audience, like I don't think there's anything wrong with having that. It's just knowing how to use that. Like, for example, hey, you have more of a male audience, okay? Being able to be like, okay, try new stuff. Like, why don't you do like a video where it's like, I go fishing for the first time, or outdoor videos, or like adventurous videos where it's like, like a different type of rebrand, if you get what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I was just trying to figure out. Like, there's nothing necessarily wrong with the certain audiences that you naturally attract. It's how do you benefit off of that audience, and like the best way that works for you or makes you feel comfortable, you know. So that's yeah. I would say those are the stuff that I was really frustrated with early on with myself because I didn't know what to do. And I just encourage like anybody who is frustrated with that, be open. And I'm talking to women, specifically, be open to those conversations, like be honest about your content, what you're doing and the videos you're making, and don't be just be confident in you, and seek that advice because the right people are going to give it to you. There's no judgment behind it. And I did meet, a few women that I met that were beauty creators. They were going through this similar frustrations like I was going through. So, there's a community there. Just be confident about the stuff you're going through, and like just be open to advice. Ask. It's always okay to ask for help. Yeah.
Nicely put, especially the ask for help part. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Gregory, what struggles have you felt you've been dealing with as a content creator, and how did VidSummit help to address that?
That's an excellent question. I've been thinking about a couple struggles.
One of them, actually, let me rephrase the question because this will help pick one above all. What was your epiphany moment? That's another way of rephrasing the question, because there's probably some that a struggle that's risen above all of them. and then you had like something that just it clicked for you to have an Vidsummit. That's an epiphany moment. So what was your epiphany moment?
I'm gonna piggyback off what Asia said. Ask for help. It's the struggle has been. I can create content. I can go live. I can network like crazy. I can meet a bunch of people. But following up with those people, editing the content, like I can record all day. I can talk all day. But when it comes time to sitting down and actually doing the stuff behind the scenes to run the business, if I just had a team that held the camera, edited my content, and like followed me around while I was doing me, it would be perfect. And when I was on the live stream with Stephanie Garcia after Vidsummit, because I met her there when she got off stage, and we had an excellent conversation, then an even better live stream that ended up being, it was supposed to be a pre-recorded episode. It ended up being a 2-hour live stream, and it was fabulous. There were so many people asking to work with her. And like the engagement is everything. There was a lot of people engaging in that live. I don't usually get that many engagements, but a lot of people had tuned in and were watching and stayed from beginning to end. If I just, and Opus Clips is amazing for making short form content, but I can make a bunch of short form content off a long form content that was never released because it's so much easier than just editing. And so sometimes I just feel like screw the hook, screw all the stuff they tell us to do to make the video, just put it out there. And, you know, if people are rocking with me, they'll watch it. But I know that's not realistic in the world of YouTube. Like you have to have that first 30 seconds. There are people that spend hundreds of thousands to get that first 30 seconds right. Because if you cannot attract them in that first 30 seconds and hook them, you're not going to keep them.
Yeah.
And I guess the epiphany is you can know a whole lot and you can try to go it alone, but it's getting in communities like this with other content creators that are on the same path as you, that understand you. If you get in circles of people like that, just like with anything else, anywhere I've surrounded myself with the people that were doing the thing, I ended up eventually succeeding. But when we try to be content creators and business owners around people that don't think like that or don't do what we do, it kind of tends to discourage us. So ask for help, get around the right people, and
sounds like community is the summary of that, am I right?
Yeah, community. That's it.
Okay. But yeah, the question was, what are you struggling with as a content creator, and how do you feel Vidsummit helped to solve that problem?
Honestly, I think my thing is just time. Like I've already watched every possible Nick Nimmin, Roberto Blake, Nate video like you can possibly watch in the last 3-4 years. I think my thing has just been time, and I've had some family things going on, some health things. So hopefully I can, but really Vidsummit gave me what I needed, which is that motivation, that networking. It also helps me every single time. This is my third one, and every single time, I think this is my favorite. I think this is the first time that I've spoken as much as I did to people. I've met the most amount of people. I think I've just gained so much more and not valuable data, because like I said, I think a lot of us know a lot of the things that we're hearing there, right? But this unique information that you get from every single person that you meet there is incredible. Unique perspectives. I met great people. This was the first time that I went by myself, even though I've known Elijah now for a few years because of Vidsummit. We met in the first one, but it was the first time that our girlfriend didn't go. So it was great because the first day I actually ran into a group of girls getting on the shuttle from the hotel. So that was amazing. And then from there on, I just met so many wonderful people: Rebecca, Asia, Greg I already knew, I think Della, so everybody, Joe, it was great talking to everybody. And I think it's that motivation. It's great to see. And I'll just say this one last thing is, I always say the Vidsummit is so unique in that you have all these conferences out there, right? You have like the health conferences, you have the tech conferences, you have the entrepreneurship, right? But Vidsummit is the one where we all share this one common, unique aspect of ourselves, which is content creator or around that area, like Branco. But then we all have like these crazy ass like focuses that we're actually like is our everyday focus, right? Like the person I met that's like, oh, I train wild Mustangs, like I do cooking, even though so that's the one thing that I think it's a crazy unique experience in that aspect. And it gave me what I needed, which was just the motivation that I think we all need.
All right. So kind of similar to what Rebecca said, at that content creator battery, it kind of acts as a recharge.